Hey, good morning. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your business. Awesome topic today. We're going to talk a little bit about the best ad that's working on Facebook, Facebook Marketplace, general ads, how we're generating buyers and sellers utilizing Facebook. Now, many of you know I teach a lot of approaches with our inner circle coaching. We have our famous agent program where our team actually runs all the ads and manages all the ads so that you don't have to mess with it, that type of thing. But there's one campaign that's working better than ever. And surprisingly enough, as we roll through 2023, it's working better than it was in 2022. That's that new construction ad, specifically the new changes that we've put on it. So if you're in an area right now where they do have new construction, one of the advantages you have as a realtor is, number one, they are willing to work with you again. They weren't willing to do so when they were getting so many offers. And number two, a lot of their transactions fell out of contract because rates continued climbing, and someone that was supposed to close 6 months later, of course, they couldn't afford it anymore. So the new construction campaign has been working very well. We're generating leads in some areas less than $1 a piece, less than $1. I was looking at one this morning, 93 cents per lead. It's like, you got $5 on you. Let's get 5 or 6 of these things and let's get one of them converted. So this is working very well. I want you utilizing it in your business. If there's any new construction at all, even if there's only a half a dozen in your whole city, half a dozen lots, it would be available, because we know that a lot of these buyers and sellers do not end up buying new construction. That's the bait or the attractant that brings them in. They look at new construction, they look at resale, and ultimately a lot of them end up in the resale side. But this can generate a ton of business for you. The advantage is when you're advertising those upper end new construction, a whole bunch of them are going to have a home to sell before they can move up. So we're not talking about first time buyers. We're not talking about you just attracting buyers with the new construction ad. A whole bunch of them are going to be listings. It's very rare that it's going to be a first-time buyer buying a middle of the road or higher end luxury level new construction home if they've never owned a home before. That's just not going to happen. They're going to have one they need to sell first. So you'll get a listing and you'll get the buy side. This is working very well. I want you to be utilizing it in your business. And once you get it working the right way and you know what your cost per sale is or cost per conversion, then you can scale up accordingly. But let's go crazy here with our numbers. Let's say it costs you $2 a lead, literally more than double what it is in some areas. It's $2 per lead, and you're the worst converting agent in the world. Literally nobody will answer your phone call. Nobody will answer your email. Nobody will answer your text. Nobody will answer all the retarget marketing and all the additional videos you have on Facebook and all of that stuff. And you got 99 out of 100 to totally ignore you and act like you're dead. And 1 out of 100, one replied. It cost you $200 to get a closing. Actually, probably to get 2 closings, because they'll have a home to sell as well as one to buy, whether they buy new build or better yet resale, because it's a lot faster. Though new construction has an awful lot of spec homes that fell out of contract. They're 30 days from closing, 60 days, 90 days from closing. They're nearly built. You could sell those as well. Some of them they're paying big bonuses on because they're stuck with the loan on those things. So this is an opportunity for you to scale your, if you can spend 200 and get a closing, please let me loan you 2,000 and you give me a referral fee on 10 transactions. Like that, we're about to get rich. That's how this is designed, and it's why our agents are doing so well. You've heard me say a million times, the fastest way to wealth is to learn how to turn advertising into profit. And I got to tell you, if you failed on 999 of these leads out of 1,000, but they're $2 each, and you paid $2,000 to get 15 grand, please use my money. I'll give you a small portion of it. Like, there's so many opportunities for you to get rich. If you could spend, and that's a ridiculous number, by the way, nobody's ever been 1 out of 1,000. But if you were that bad, if you didn't speak English, you'd probably get 1 out of 1,000. But you're spending $2,000 to get a closing. Do you understand that $20,000 is more than 2,000? Do you understand that $8,000? Do you understand that $3,000? You can't even get a $3,000 closing these days in new construction, but $3,000 out of a $2,000 investment is better than Warren Buffett has ever done in his entire life times 10. It's more than 10 times, 1,000% better than he's ever done in his entire life. It's the key to wealth. Understanding how to take that $200 in lead cost realistically, or $400 or $800 in lead cost, and guarantee yourself you actually turn it into a closing check. How many of those do you want? You think you couldn't find an investor to give you all of the money you would ever need to invest in Facebook marketing or whatever that campaign is to generate a lot of revenue for yourself? It's the keys to the kingdom. It's how you get rich. So, all the agents that have followed me on Facebook and they're like, oh my gosh, I see you everywhere on Facebook. I can't believe how big you. I did a few videos, but I spend a lot of money to get it in front of people. Well, Greg, I don't have that kind. I didn't either. I started at $5 a day. There are some days now I'm $5,000 a day. Every day. I don't stop. $5,000 a day. Greg, wait a minute. There's no, you're spending $150,000. Yeah. Every month. I started at $5 and I became a multi-millionaire. So if you start low, $3 a day, $5 a day, but that's generating 2 or 3 new construction leads for you. And you start to get decent at conversion, one of 50, one of 100, and then you get $15,000. Are you worried about spending $50 a day on ads then? Well, if that generates another $15,000, now you've got 30 grand. Are you worried about spending $20 a day on ads? You don't have a problem with expenses. You have a problem with income. This is how you fix it. So very low cost lead, high converting lead, highly desirable offer that we're giving them. If you're utilizing that new construction offer that we have, get the top 2 floor plans of the top 5 builders in town, this free information package. You know how to do that inside our coaching website. We give you that whole training there. But if you are utilizing that, you've got people coming out of the woodwork that want to know about new construction in the area. They will work with you. They will use you as their agent, even if they walk through the threshold without you. All of that stuff that so many agents are worried about, this is what we do. It's what I've been doing for decades. And we've revamped that year after year after year to keep working in today's market. Now, as you push through 2023 and beyond, you're going to find this approach can generate a boatload of business for you. But you got to say, you know what? I'll spend $5 for a week and I'll see what happens here. Or maybe I'll spend $10 for a week and I'll see what happens. If you utilize the coaching approach, the way that we teach it to you, you're going to have plenty of closings, and then you never have to worry about money again. Again, I got to get you out of that thinking you have a problem with expenses. Well, how much does that cost? Well, it costs you 20 grand not to get the closing. Can you afford that? No, I can't afford to lose 20 grand. Then I would run the ad. If you're not a member with us, check out the video description down here. There's a couple of links that will help you right now to start growing your business. I want you to click it right now and get going. Whether you are or are not, you should be following this page. Follow the channel here. If you don't have a YouTube account, simply set up an account. It's free. You need an email address. And ring the bell. Turn on notifications so you know every day that I go live. I'm here to help you in growing your business. A lot of these approaches are going to help you tremendously. Just follow the approach. Start generating closings. I'm Greg Luther. We'll talk to you soon, and bye-bye for now.